Hello, you are welcome. My name is Dr. Kingsley. Welcome to this class. Okay, now in my class today, I will be taking us on the topic stoichiometry of chemical reaction. Remember, stoichiometry have to do with calculations, okay, in chemistry. Calculations, that is mass volume relationship. Now, when we talk about stoichiometry of chemical reaction, we are talking about those calculations, okay, that we carry out after balancing a chemical equation. That is to say that those calculations, okay, stems up from chemical reaction. For example, if A reacts with B to give us a C, for example, now this is a chemical reaction. We might be required to calculate the amount of A that is used or the amount of the product, which is C, that is formed. So in a chemical reaction, there might be some calculation that can be made. Now those calculations, okay, involving chemical reactions is what we call the stoichiometry of chemical reaction. Now, in stoichiometry of chemical reaction, there are so many calculations, okay, that might be required. One of them that is very important is a limiting reagent, and excess, okay, reagent. In a chemical reaction, we might be required to find what we call the limiting reagent, or what is called the excess reagent. Now, what is limiting reagent? Limiting reagent, when I mention reagent, I'm talking about reactants. You can see from here that A and B are reactants. Okay, YC is the product. The left-hand side of a reaction, chemical equation, is the reactant or the reagent, while the right-hand side is the product. So when we talk about limiting reagent or limiting reactant, we are talking about that reagent, okay, that finishes first during the course of the reaction. Or in other way round, a limiting reagent is that reagent that is in limited supply, okay, because it will get finished first during the course of the reaction. Now, if A is an acid and B is a base, it's possible for acid and base to be reacting. The base finishes first before the acid. That base that finished first before the acid controls the reaction, because once the base finishes, in as much as the base has finished, even if there is an acid still left, the reaction will stop, because one of the reagent or the reactant has been exhausted, so the reaction stops. So that reagent that finishes first during the course of the reaction has limited the reaction, it has stopped the reaction, and that is why we call it the limiting reagent. The one that is left over, okay, after the reaction, when one must have finished, is what we call the excess reagent. So we use the concept limiting reagent to show the reagent that first finished during the course of the reaction, while the excess reagent is the reagent that is left over. Now, how do we know the limiting reagent between A and B that are the reactants? How do we know whether it's A or B that is the limiting reagent? Now, if you want to know, there is a simple calculation we normally do to tell the two reactants which one is the limiting reagent. Now, by formula, I will always tell students that the limiting reagent is the reagent with the smaller ratio of mole. Okay, the smaller, any reagent with smaller ratio of mole. I call the ratio of mole, I take it to be R. any reagent with smaller ratio of mole is the limiting reagent. So if we are asked whether A and B, which one is the limiting reagent, we find the ratio of mole for A, and also we find the ratio of mole for B. Anyone that has smaller value is the limiting reagent. Now, the ratio of mole R is given by number of mole divided by stoichiometric number of moles. Ratio of mole is equals to number of mole, okay, divided by stoichiometric number of mole. Now, if the reaction is 2A plus B to give us 3C, for example, and if this is the balanced chemical equation for the reaction, the stoichiometric number of mole for A will be 2. That is the number at the back. The stoichiometric number of mole for B will be what? 1, according to this balanced equation. While the stoichiometric number of mole for the product C is what? Is 3. Okay? So, if you know the number of mole, you divide it by the stoichiometric number of mole, you will get the ratio of mole for that particular what? Reagent. Now, having taken this, let us take a equation that will demand us to find, okay, limiting reagent and excess reagent. Now, example, if we have 2 grams of hydrogen reacts with 4 grams of oxygen to give water, full stop, which is the limiting reagent, So you can see it, 2 grams of hydrogen reacts with 4 grams of oxygen to give water, which is the limiting reagent. Now, because this is a reaction, it will fall under the stoichiometry of chemical reaction. And for stoichiometry of chemical reaction, before you solve, you must first of all balance what? The chemical equation. So we are having hydrogen reacting with oxygen to give water. Balance the equation. 2 here and 2 here. Hydrogen 4, oxygen 2, and 2. So the equation is balanced. Now, hydrogen is a reagent, that is reactant. Oxygen is a reagent, that is a reactant also. So out of these two, which one is the limiting reagent? Is it hydrogen or is it oxygen? I told you, for you to know, you have to get what we call their ratio of mole. Now, what we'll do is this. Let us divide this into 2, and let us take here to be hydrogen and here to be what? Oxygen. Now, if that is so, we can see that what? We are giving mass. The number of mole for hydrogen here will be equals to what? The mass of hydrogen, the mass is 2, divided by molar mass, because number of moles is mass over molar mass. So the mass of hydrogen divided by the molar mass of hydrogen. Of course, the molar mass of hydrogen is 2. So when you divide, you see that the number of mole for hydrogen is 1. Then the number of mole for oxygen, this side, oxygen, is the number of moles, the mass of oxygen, which is what? 4 gram mass, over the molar mass of oxygen, which is what? 32. So you can see that what? That the number of mole for oxygen, okay, by calculator is 0.125. Now, we have gotten the number of mole for both hydrogen and what? Oxygen. Then you now need to get the ratio of mole. Remember, ratio of mole is the number of mole obtained divided by stoichiometric number of mole. The number of mole obtained for hydrogen is 1. The stoichiometric number of mole of hydrogen, that is the number of mole in the balance equation, that is what? 2. So that will give us 0.5. You can see the ratio of mole for hydrogen is 0.5. Then the ratio of mole for oxygen, this side, with the number of mole divided by the stoichiometric number of mole, and the number of mole is what? 0.125. Okay, divided by, of course, what is the stoichiometric number of mole of oxygen? That is the number of moles at the balance equation. That is what? 1. So divided by 1. So this will give us 0.125. That is the answer for ratio of mole. So we have ratio of mole for hydrogen at 0.5. We have ratio of mole for, okay, oxygen as what? 0.125. Which one is smaller? These two ratio of moles, the one that is smaller is 0.125, which is for what? For oxygen. Now, since oxygen has smaller ratio of mole, it is the limiting reagent. So we can say that what? Since, okay, oxygen has smaller ratio of mole, okay, it is the limiting reagent. Now, if oxygen is the limiting reagent, it simply means it is the one that got finished first during this reaction. When you are reacting 2 grams of hydrogen and 4 grams of what? Of oxygen. The oxygen will finish first during the course of the reaction before hydrogen. That means that hydrogen is what? Is left over. Now, what it simply means is that what? It is oxygen, which is the limiting reagent, that will control the reaction. It will determine when the reaction will stop. Now, since oxygen is the limiting reagent, then hydrogen is what? Is the excess.